Graham, let's start with a big positive for Bristol Rovers. And Johnson Clark-Harris was just named League One Player of the Month for March. He's very modest. He says it was a team effort, but how pleased are you for him personally?
Yeah, I'm delighted for him, to be honest. He deserves it. Let's have that right. He's been the best player in the division, and that's why he's got the award. I hate to state the obvious. He's been unplayable at times, but Johnson will know I'll always be asking for more. I obviously I'm surprised our back four, our goalkeeper, haven't been recognised for their achievements this season as well. But like I keep saying to the lads, there's 5 games left. Go and achieve more. Go and do more. Go and get more awards. Go and have a successful finish to what hasn't been a very successful season.
Yep. What's Johnson like to work with off the pitch? We see him on a match day. What's he like in the training ground?
He's a great lad. He always wants to work harder. He always wants to improve. He works his socks off. They're very small socks, let me tell you. But yeah, he's a good lad. He's very infectious. As I said to you, I think I've gone on record before saying that he's got a massive heart. The lads love him. The lads bounce off him, and just the camaraderie amongst the lads, the spirit amongst the lads. They're always pranking about and messing about and things like that. But when it comes to work, they take their work seriously. So he's just fitted in. He's fitted in really well, to be fair. And both Bristol Rovers and Johnson Clark-Harris together should have a bright future. And
does it make you feel good that you're the man that bought into the football club? I know you've worked with him in the past, but signings you often have to get them right, and on that case you have.
Well, listen, it's a bonus. Some things work for you, some things don't. Listen, at the end of the day, listen. Let's just say I got lucky.
Right then, Bradford, you told me after the Coventry game it was obviously a standing ovation from the gas heads and all that, but you said it will be more entertaining between now and the end of the season. What's needed on Saturday for that to happen? I guess you need players fit, if nothing else.
I didn't promise that, did I? I can't remember what I said yesterday, never mind last week. But yeah, I'd like to be entertained a little bit more. I didn't think we were great last week, but one thing I know about this group of lads is they always bounce back, they always react. Now, if I was Gary Bowyer, who attended our game last week at Coventry, I'd be rubbing my hands, I'd be saying, right, I'll have a bit of Bristol Rovers next Saturday. And that's the way he would have went away from the game, thinking and feeling. We didn't perform to our usual standards, but at the end of the day, it was a spirited, characteristic performance. We dug deep. We probably got out of jail on occasions. We got a point, another point to our cause, another point on the board. And on previous occasions, earlier in the season, we may not have come away with a point. But all in all, it was a point. It was positive. The performance wasn't positive. The result was. And at this stage of the season, you will take results over performances.
What about Bradford? They're bottom of the league. I think 5 defeats in a row. How do you stop yourself rubbing your hands at facing Bradford? Because I guess they're going to be a wounded animal, and every single point counts for them at this stage of the season.
Well, we were in the same neck of the woods not too long ago, so we know exactly what they're going through. We know exactly how they're feeling. They got one of the good guys in Gary, Gaz Bowyer, the manager, who's a top lad. I think it's a great fit, Bradford and Gary together. I think it will be successful, whether that be short term, whether that be medium term or long term. It will be a successful appointment because he's a great lad. I don't know him personally, but I know a lot of people who've worked with him, and they speak really highly of him. So it will be tough. He knows the division. He knows the game. It will be a tough opponent tomorrow. To be honest, they're a wounded animal. They're coming here to hurt us. They're coming here to turn us over. We know that. They got some really good individuals. And they've had a tough, similar to ourselves, over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. They've had a really tough period of fixtures, difficult games. So both teams are fully aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses. And I think it should be, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be, a really good, entertaining game.
And I know you take each game as it comes, but how realistic of a target is it by the time you finished against Rochdale that hopefully you're mathematically safe by then? 3 big games coming up.
Look, let's deal with tomorrow. My biggest challenge is the next hurdle, and that's Bradford on Saturday. We'll deal with Bradford Saturday, and then we look to the others after that. But let's be fair. We're fully focused on Bradford. Bradford will be fully focused on us, and that will be the only fixture, the only team, and the only predicament we'll be interested in at this moment of time.
Finally, Ollie Clark, what makes him Bristol Rovers Player of the Year?
I think Ollie's been outstanding, to be fair, this season. As you're seeing on occasion when we haven't had him in the team, he's been a big miss. He's just a big character. He's lively around the club. It's just his drive, his energy. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He gets involved in a lot of activity off the field as well. So he's obviously a popular lad. I'm not too sure about his gear or his haircuts at times. That worries me. But he's drove forward from midfield. He's picked up goals. He's done both sides of the game this season, and he's been a constant. And he's also the 1-2 players in the team from start of the season to now who've shown them degrees of consistency.
Thank you.